Good morning, everybody. I will start to talk about my organization, my school organization. So, at the beginning, I'm Elisa Boncompagni, primary school teacher, Italian, English, and music subjects. So, my organization is composed by 4 nursery school and 4 primary school with about 417 children in total. Every school is located in a very strategical landscape where a mix of art and nature creates a real masterpiece. So our project, our school is the nursery school in San Giustino is in the same building of the primary school, and it has got 2 sections, a canteen and a big garden. Its classes do different educative activities during the school year, listening, readings, painting, handline. Every year there are English and speech therapy for eldest children. Since the 2022, there is the gardening education with the students of primary school and grandparents. Every class shows with a task developed during the 9 months of school, as in the other 3 kindergarten of the district. So the same things happens in the other 3 preschool education and district, those of Citerna, Selci and Cospaia. So our landscape is very nestled in a natural masterpiece and in a very important hamlet made of medieval and Renaissance art. In every kindergarten school, there are the English and speech therapy for last year of children, and educational activity with yoga for all the children. So I want to talk about our project. Our project for this Erasmus project is made of some psychology branches as mindfulness and yoga. I tell you a story. Emotions go out and come in as a clouds in a windy sky where breathing is my anchor. This is one of the most important sentences of mindfulness. The mind is everything what you think you become by Buddha sentence. Benefit for preschool teachers. Methodology, short introduction. Our work team is composed by psychologists, kindergarten teachers, and 1 primary school teacher, that is me, that I am the coordinator of the project. Together we study something about mindfulness and yoga, practicing them among us and children to create a relationship made of well-being and cooperation. All the activities proposed are trained among adults before and then with children adapting to them to all special needs for a real inclusive education. So when we have circle time, we experimented it for children from 3 to 5 years and also at primary school during English time. Teacher planned it 30 minutes weekly. It was usually on Monday. An object has been made available to identify circle time. Teacher gave word child with a paintbrush as a magic wand. Only who had it could talk. So teachers had chosen the task because it was easier for the first approach. This experiment took place from March to June every Monday morning of last school year, but my colleague continue this practice every week. Now I would like to talk about yoga project for children that includes warming up exercises, asana easy sequences, yoga positions. Children enjoy imitate animals, plants, and surrounded elements positions following teacher example. This is a funny and no competitive activities. Teacher organizes mindfulness and relaxing moments with quiet music and nature sounds too. Yoga's project for children, yoga and mindfulness are strictly linked. The red line is very short. In a very short stories, listening that involve both emotional and physical way. gaming elements for creative thought and educative growth, activities in a playing atmosphere and in a comfortable place, open air or at the gym. 50 minutes about with a defined program. Opening ritual, group or individual activities, yoga position stories with asana, relaxing and meditation moments, closing ritual too. There are different elements in team or in couple. Warm-up exercises, asana for children from 3 to 6 years are always quiet and very slowly movement driven by teacher in a safety place. They are always as a game and they can become the protagonist of short storytelling to animate with children. So relaxing music, listening, dance, storytelling about friendship, respecting each other's and nature, so kind words, moment for hand and craft and painting too. Let's have a yoga all together now. Everything allows to children to do physical activity and keep in touch with themselves and with surrounding world at the same time. The first part is mind exercises. Before starting to train oneself with yoga's position, we teach to children some exercise to quiet mind when it is agitated. Let's concentrate on our breath everywhere we are. Second part is warm-up. 5 or 10 minutes are enough. The movements are as a play with music ditties, all to prepare body to relax arms, legs, hands and feet were muscles to avoid traumas. Let's shake our wrists, keeping our hands free to move as butterflies. So, let's walk on a place, putting our knees as high as we can. Let's move our body on, left and right, waving our legs to open our legs and around our arms, both standing up or sitting down round our heads, left, right, on and back, rounding it in a clock and counter-clockwise. Touch to touch, nursery rhyme. Children will follow children at first. Third part, yoga positions for children. The writer asana for children are those animals and things. We can name them also in English according to the English project for 5th year preschooler children. Children always like animals, so we invite to imitate them towards yoga position to grow their knowledges about them. Dog, cat, tiger, lion, cobra, frog, tortoise, butterfly, mountain, tree, chair, table, triangle, pliers, bow, fetal position. And then relaxes, exercises. Stressor on children are almost the same on adults. Lack of silence. Silence fights to busy time. So take relaxed time is important to avoid accumulate too many stress. Sheep on waves, teddy bear, relaxing eyes. Activities. How to use the methodology in practice. So we have to talk about mindfulness activity for teachers because they are very linked to yoga. Approach school entry with lightness and awareness. It is useful to avoid continuously thinking about how we are busy. It is important to enjoy the path and bring away the thoughts to arrive at school without excessive mental loads. Description of the activity. Take some minutes to deeply breathe with awareness on our breath. Empty your mind of superfluous and negative thoughts. Focus on the journey as such. Look people around you, landscape, cars. What do you strike about what you see? Think, what could you do to get better your day and that of others? Smile as well as you can. Be kind, be available, listen to. Commit to put your resolutions into practice now. And activity 2 for teachers, learn to know them goals. Take awareness and care of itself. It lasts more or less 1 hour. At school, we learn to help others. It's necessary to take care of itself and learn to know them. Mindfulness opens the awareness door. the activity takes place in classroom or at home. The importance is to be comfortable. Bring with you a copybook or a diary. It will be your journal. Before writing deeply, breath with a relaxing music, just like a yoga, for some minutes. So, mandala is just like the teacher's journals. Let's start. Think about your behavior at school. Write a situation in which you do in a habit and automatic way. When did it happen? Why? Has it been positive for you? Let's consider a situation in which you were too critic, reflecting in it. When did it happen? Why? Has it been positive for you? In what situation did you love you more and why? Activity 3 for teachers. Stop indecision. The goal is get strong awareness skill and learn to take on own position. It lasts more or less 1 hour for the first exercise and comes second for the coin game. Teacher has to be able to take decision without conditions. How does? Activities description is let's take your journal and divide the page into 2 columns. In the first columns, sum up your best desire and the goals to reach. In the second one, write what do you do to realize them. Question to answer. Are my actions useful to realize my goals? Let's divide another page in another 2 columns. Reflect on your character and or external factor. Write in another column the hand cranes to realize them. Reflect. What are of these obstacles real? How could you take advantages of help we know? Let's the time for the coin game if we are indecisive. Commit the decision to a coin throw. When you throw it, you solely understand what you want. The toss. Activity 4 for teachers. Stop with autopilot. The goal is having awareness in what we do. It lasts more or less 30 minutes for the first exercise once a day for a week. Few seconds for the second one. Description. Stop and reflect on the consequence to program and an entire day of a year in this way. Starting to go slow. Take one own space. Cut the useless helps us to work with less anxiety. Focus on thought. Try for a week to concentrate in an awareness way on what we do daily. Come, wash the face, lace the shoes, think about your energy and pay attention on what we do. Isolate oneself from environment. Try to do not influence on daily life thoughts. At the end, write on your journal your sensation. And at the end of the week, try to answer, what are the differences you note when you do this with autopilot and moving your thoughts somewhere? This exercise is useful every time you need a break and think about a present here and now, that it is the most important sentence, the most important goal of mindfulness. That's a breath at school, before a lesson, in a meeting, or when you need to stop. Let's find a quiet and comfortable place. To be sure, not disturbed by someone. Last activity for teachers, well-being in relationship at school. Thanksgiving and awareness in relationship. It lasts 1 hour. How to thank someone and bring out the best of us. Make a room with us to the right with a relaxing music track. Take out journal and note the same of all people to thank who meet at school. Now, let's write thank words for that they did for you. You have to involve all 5 senses. Think about your present at school and answer. What do you thank? Here and now, how do you feel in your body and where? Now, the activity about mindfulness for children. The identity card of strength and weakness. Goals: develop awareness of own identity and personality. Reflect on own strength and weakness. It lasts more or less 1 hour. The materials we need: newspapers, magazines, scissors and glue stick paper to draw own portrait. The place is classroom. Ask the children to cut some images from magazines or newspapers that represent themselves. Think about the question, who am I? And think you like about you, your strength and your weakness too. On the form, stick it up the images cut before to make a portrait with collage and ask about you. Draw how are you and how were you? The second mindfulness activity for children, Thoughts Telescope. The goal is train concentration and the ability to analyze oneself and one's thoughts. Materials are cardboard, tubes, holes, tapes or strings, felt pens, relaxing music. One form as instruction to build the telescope and one form of animals. The place is a classroom too. Children can do this activity alone or in couple with the teacher's guides. So when everybody finished to build their telescope using a relaxing music background and say, take your telescope, close your eyes and imagine to observe thoughts coming out from your mind. Concentrate and slowly breathe. Observe as you were explorers. Thoughts come in and come out from your mind. They are as wild animals in front of you. Some animals thought go fastly away, others stop more time. Try not to get carried away by one thought or another, but maintain the position of the external observer, of the explorer of thoughts. Give some minutes to children to concentrate and observe their thoughts. Let's have circle time then to share the animal's thought. Thoughts telescope, mindfulness, eating. This is another very important activity. What is it? To concentrate in what we eat. In fact, recognize and understand how an emotion of those and others involving increase and concentrate all five senses, paying attention to the importance of seasonal food, what we eat. Food, for example in Italy, as a ritual to well-being together. It's not only a need. It lasts 2 hours more or less. The materials are fruit and vegetable for felt pens, crayons, scissors, wickers, basket. Blindfold each child. Classroom is the place or the garden. It is useful both for kindergarten and primary school pupils. For nursery school, can do also in English to learn the name of fruit and vegetable. For primary school, we can involve English, science, art, technology, STEM methodology. Step 1 is create 3 or 4 groups of 5 children. Give them one wicker basket within seasonal fruit and vegetable. Ask them to take the product and smell, touch, hear. So children are blinded in their eyes. The second step is cut fruit and vegetable in a little pieces and ask to blind children to taste them and pay attention to their own feel. The third step is hide the basket by teachers and the fruit unwrap the children and ask them, what did you taste? What did you smell? And what did you hear? Did you like? Ask them to draw the product they ate and their sensations. Try to name it in English as their emotions. For primary school, ask to write all news. Use coding to find the hidden basket with the game, the robot and the driver. One child is the robot, the trust of its guide mate who gives him directions. So the fourth activity, the fourth mindfulness activity for children, flower to know each other. The goal is to promote sociality and mutual knowledge. The materials are forms with flowers, felt pens and crayons. The place to do it is classroom. It lasts more or less 1 hour. The descriptions is give 3 copies each child of flowers. Explain that the lotus flower is very important. It is born from mud, but when it blooms, it is very beautiful. It represents the second possibility in our lives, purity and spirituality. Ask the children to write their name to the upside of form, color and decorate their flower as they want. When they finish, collect picture and give randomly to the class. Everyone will say or draw the positive aspect of mate who painted the flower. A flower to know each other's in mindfulness activity is very important to know each other. The last activity about mindfulness for children is kind thoughts. The goal is learn the meaning of kindness and demonstrate gratitude for a kind action. The materials are, for one, little story about the meaning of kindness. Form 2, children can draw how are you when you are kind with someone? How are you when someone is kind with you? Is it always possible be kind? And why? Form 3, a heart postcard to say thank you. The materials are scissors. The other materials are scissors, felt pen, and crayons. The place it can be classroom or playground. So give to children the first form and reflect on the meaning of kindness. Observe the balloon together and say what are those mean kindness. In a circle time, we can use each one says our definition of kindness and tell a short story when he or she was kind or received kindness. Give the form 2 each child. Draw the answer given by teacher. In a circle time, we share the information as a role play. In the form 3, make a postcard with teacher's guide. Say, it is very important to say thank you for kind actions and never take it for granted. Think about a person of your heart who love and give the postcard to him and her. So now I would like to talk about yoga activities for teachers. First of all, breath. The goal is develop breath awareness. It lasts more or less 20 minutes. The description is it teaches to deeply breathe, to be quiet during lesson. It helps listen to your own self. You can do the exercise before every lesson in a quiet place. That it can be school, home before working day. The ideal should be stay barefoot on a gym carpet. Starting from a mountain position, it helps us to get our body as strong as a rock. It helps to blossom our mind for a present moment of being. Open slightly your legs. They must remain strong. Keep your arms long, the body and palms touching thighs. Do some breath exercise, yet every breath, imagine to have a lace up on your head that gently pull outwards and straight your spine. When you exhale, contract and lift your pelvic muscle and squeeze your bottom knobs. Pull your navel in towards your spine and feel the support you are providing to your lower back. After having stretched your back well, rotate your palms forward. Take a deep breath, raise your arms and join your hands above your head. After a few minutes, exhale slowly. Lower your arms and hands in front of your face and then up to your chest to accordance to your breathing. Repeat the exercise at last 5 minutes. The second activity for teacher is let the stress go away. The goal is let go and become aware of own body. It lasts 15 minutes. About roll down position. It allows to own body let go the scourging, the stress, accumulated tension and recover energy. Do the exercise at home, at the end of work day, or during a break. The important is stay in a quiet place with relaxing music. Barefoot on a gym carpet, stay in a mountain position too. Take a deep breath and stretch your spine upward. Get down your chin on your breast, your neck and your back with a round movement. Try to unroll your spine down as a pearl chain. Hold your arms, relax it, slide your hands along the front of the thighs until to knees. If you can, try to stretch grazing toward the ground with your fingers. Don't stress movement. You have to do only slowly movements. Let's take some breath to prepare to come back to the starting position. Breathe in and exhalate. Keep your back and your neck rounded on your head, swinging. Starting, come slowly up until you get back straight. Repeat the exercise at last 3 minutes. The yoga activity 3 for teacher is growing moon position. The goal is stretch the spine, get better breath, it opens and get through the diaphragm. Get long front thighs muscles, get rich balance, concentration and awareness itself. It's useful also for singers. It lasts 20 minutes. The description is standing up barefoot on a gym carpet as forever. Let's have slowly movements and go down. One knee is on the ground and the other is up. Stretch your body and your arms with your palms touching. Keep your head lying between your arms. After 20 seconds, come slowly back to the starting position. Repeat the exercise almost 3 times. The fourth activity for adults is happy child position. The goals are getting like spine, massage, internal organs, physical and psychological stress. So it lasts 15 minutes. Standing up on barefoot on your gym carpet, slowly sit down and until lay down. Put your legs and your arms up. Try to touch your toes with your fingers and slowly balance left hand, right toe. At the end, in a very slowly way, put your legs and your hands down and standing up as a roll. Repeat the exercise for 3 times too. The last activity of yoga for adults is cow position, Batilasana. The goals are get high flexibility of spine, get better coordinations and positions, get strong abdominals and arm muscles, arms, shoulders and wrists. Reduce stress and sleepiness and quiet mind. It lasts only 15 minutes. The description is barefoot on a gym carpet, standing up, start to get down very slowly with your knees. Your feet and hands palm touch the ground. To perform it, the practitioner come very slowly down to the hands and knees. The back arches deeply, while the chest pushing outwards and the head leans back. All this for 20 seconds. Before starting again, come back to the starting position in a very slowly and sweet movements. Repeat the exercise 3 times. Now we pass to a children yoga activity. The first one is take a breath. Easily take a breath. The goal is be awareness of our breath. It lasts more or less 2 hours. The materials are a paper where children can draw emotions felt and what did kind of thoughts distract you. Then gym carpet, relaxing music, felt pens, crayons. Another paper where children drew their breath in and out and when they are angry, scary or asleep. In the classroom, it can take place in the classroom, in the playground or at the gym. Ask 2 children to sit down on their gym carpet in a comfortable position. Let the music play. So, teacher will say, breath is normal, children. This exercise helps us to know something about it. Don't breathe differently as usual. Close your eyes and empty your mind. Keep concentrate on air in your nose and out from your mouth. Feel your body go in and go down. Imagine your breath is a wave. When it grows, let's come in the air. When it goes down, let's come out the air. If some thoughts will distract you, never mind. Let's push it away and bring your mind to breath. After 5 minutes, break the exercise quietly and ask, what did you feel while you were breathing? Were able to keep your attention? What thoughts did you distract? Now everybody can draw and paint on the first and the second paper. Take a breath. The second activity for children is the spider net. The goal is support concentration and relax. It lasts half an hour. Material, gym carpet, relaxing music, a paper with balloons drawn inside the written, attention, tiredness, freedom, control, tension, awkward, thoughtless, serenity, trouble. The place is classroom, gym, or playground. Teacher invites children to stand up in a classroom, distant one each other. Let the music play and says, close your eyes, children, and pay attention to your body. It seems surrounded by a spider net. Now try delicately broke the spider laces, moving one part of the body by one. Let's do quiet movement. Shake your shoulders, arms, head, and legs. Now you are soft and free as a balloon that rising up toward the sky. Let's take a deep breath with your nose. Put your hands up and then slowly your hands down and get our hair from your mouth. Shake your body again and open your eyes. Repeat the exercise once again and then let's color the paper with balloons with emotions you felt. At the end, let's have a collective sharing in a circle time. The third activity for children about yoga is sounds words. The goals are awareness, developing of how senses, exploring world with sounds. Materials are gym carpet, relaxing music, felt pens and crayons. A paper in which children will draw with colors what your ears feels. It lasts half an hour. The places can be classroom, gym, and playground. Children have to stay in an open or closed, quiet place. They can sit or lie down on their gym carpet. Teacher says, close your eyes and open ears as well as you can. Listen to the noises around you and try to understand where they come from. If they are strong or soft, far or close to us. Pay attention to the clock ticking, to the birds twittering, to your breath. Explore the words only hearing. If you not some thoughts disturb you, never mind, but try to come back to your mind to the sounds. After 5 minutes, draw children attention and give them the paper and colors. Let the music play and say, now pay all your attention on music. Let's rock by the melody while you're listening. 2. Choose colors you want and move them on paper to create your masterpiece. You mustn't do a picture, follow the sound, easily the sound, and try to create what music tells us to your heart and ears. When music ends, stay in a circle, just like a circle time. Everyone will show its picture and shares the emotions felt. The fourth activity for children is asana. It can recognize the best position to meditate. It lasts 1 hour. Materials are gym carpet, chairs, pillow, blanket, relaxing music. The places can be classroom or gym. Children will be driven by teacher to make some asana, to meditate and relax. For example, mountain, sitting down position, dog, lotus, lie down position, and cat. So children like a lot the animal stories and nature sounds. They stay in a quiet place. Every child must have a gym carpet, a pillow, and a chair. It's advisable to stay barefoot and keep a blanket to have a softer base or stay warm when children will be laid down. Explain that all positions will be useful to relax. Everyone can know that more comfortable and use it on following exercise. We need to do every position for 5 minutes with closed eyes, falling breath. Mountain, stand up on gym carpet with straight body and legs. Keep just a little distance between feet and arms along the body. Let's take deep and long breaths. While you are breathing, imagine to have a lace up to your head that gently pulls you upward and lengthens your spine. Lotus position. Sit down on your gym carpet with crossed legs. You can use your pillows if you want. Keep your back straight and place your hand on your knees and leg with palms facing up. You can place the pillow between your hanches to afloat the weight and sit more comfortable. So sit down, meditation. Sit on the chair with your back straight at 90 degrees, but away from the backrest. Keep each other with your feet flat on the ground. Leave your arms relaxed and your hands resting on your lap, palms facing up. Lay down position, lay down on your gym carpet. You can keep your legs straight or bent. Your feet and legs should not touch each other. Keep your arms extended. Slowly distance it from the body and with the palms of your hands facing up. During exercises, teacher wander around children correcting under breath, eventually wrong positions. After this, he gives to pupils a record form as memorandum. He asks to them to do again at home, once a day, and answer to the question, what is your favorite position to concentrate and relax yourself and why? Compare and share the experience. Here there is a link to watch a video about the show of last year, Asana, last year school here. So the importance to say is that every asana position comes from a storytelling about animals, nature, kind words, friendship, walking meditation. The goal is training awareness walking, concentrate on body sensation while we are walking, release muscle tension. It lasts 1 hour. Materials are relaxing music, for where you will draw your emotion after wandering around. Description: arrange children in no fixed order, distanced from each other to move forward and backward. Let the relaxing music plays. Ask two people to remain standing still, close their eyes, take a deep breath and concentrate on this position too. Now start walking slowly, just like in a slow motion. Try to do not bump into other people's space and each other's. Pay attention how your weight moves and how your body holds balance. Pay attention to your foot movement that rises up and move on. The heel touches the ground at first, then the sole. Let's feel the ground contact. Pay attention to the sensation you are feeling, from feet to all the body. Concentrate on here and now, just like mindfulness. Stop after 5 and 10 minutes and pay attention to the surrounding space. Then we can continue. Let's having circle time to share emotion felt and draw into the words. Walking meditation, how to use it on everyday basis. Working on teachers' well-being is very important as a mindfulness, as a way of life. Here and now is the only moment we have, because we can learn by the past, but we can't live it anymore. We hope in the future, but we are not sure about it. Mindfulness helps us to avoid stressful situations and have a well-being mind. We live in a very different and fast society, where the life target moves on so quickly to go over every easy social approach. Talking about well-being, we can't consider only physical tasks, but also the psychological ones. Social, spiritual, and educational aspect. It is very important experimenting every emotions to embrace the changing and the growing in us. So mindfulness as a way of life. In general, there are 4 categories of stressors in our life. The difficult life event, just like death, divorce, external events, just like walking that line, difficulties in a relationship, internal pressure, low self-estimate. Thanks to resilience, our internal force, we can keep our calm in front of the difficulties. It is the result of a mind training. So, with mindfulness, we can observe full advantages. The great revelation is the internal growth and transformation between you and me, us and me. This is the human comprehension sharing zone. Regulation of emotions is an important medium to manage stress. So, to react at stress, we have to consider the process of coping, the strength we use in front of new situation, and two passages. The first considers the problem solving and emotion solving, meaning emotions we feel about the problem and not on it. In this way, I can be active with my emotions. The second passage is mentalizing. So it is the ability to imagine mental status and those of others and what will be the consequences. This is an interior listening passage and self-observation to become witness of our thoughts. Well-being is given by understanding our behavior and keep in touch with others' thoughts, a greater empathy, putting a limit to criticism and judge. The most important questions to practice mindfulness are: where is my attention now? What do I think while I'm doing something else? Let's recognizing and choice where direct my attention. It helps that nothing is forever and growing level of serotonin and dopamine hormones, the happiness and melatonin hormones, useful for sleep and awake cycle. It doesn't ask to delete negative thoughts, but develop the competence to understand they are only thoughts, not properly reality. We have to welcome any thoughts without stop them. Every try to stop negative emotion is a fight against our mind. It gives up stress condition too. Why mindfulness at school? It can be useful to get easy the interior expression of every children starting from the youngest. It can help to slow down the performance reaching the relationship. It underlines the possibility to get higher of learning concentration and children attention. Teachers help them to explore and recognize their mind work and empathy development, listening competence, kind communication with others and themselves. It develops the competence to communicate with heart and mind in an inclusive dialogue. It is important taking care about educative growth until the childhood to get higher the social and kids' emotional level. So children can find calm through their breath, concentration and their senses and body and food they eat. Breath, food attention, emotive calling, body and seeing are considered as important activity and habitat for mindfulness in daily life. It must be a complete education to take care of our interior world and have emotional hygiene. Key question: what's happening inside of you? What can you see? What can you feel? What can you smell? What can you touch? How do you feel with food you are eating? What are you thinking about in this moment? How are you today? Stimulating place to become mindfulness as a natural practice. It teaches to get loud the thoughts, looking it and coming off it. It gives positive effects on students, well-being on social life and academic skills. 3 great results of mindfulness usual practice: greater well-being, better social skills, better academic skills too. So, how are you today? It was English time, last school here on Monday and Wednesday afternoon at the Citerna kindergarten, and on Tuesday afternoon and on Thursday morning in Selci kindergarten. We talk about emotion every day as a ritual. For 10 minutes we focus on how are you today. Today is the key words. So mindfulness instruments knowledge of ourselves in every subject is very important. Meditation, it pays attention in what is happening inside of you. The activities are look into emotions and breath, self-regulation, that it is a bridge between our interior world with the exterior one. The body is an anchor to come back to the present moment of being. Body to feel our senses, sight, smell, ear, taste, touch for here and now awareness. Mindful eating. Food is not only a need, it's a celebration. It invites us to stop, smell and imagine the process of material transformation from raw to dishes and pay attention to color, ingredients and flavor. Flavor, yes. It gives the opportunity to appreciate food. Thanksgiving to have on a table. The song is a balance element. It gives general well-being. It is a frequency linked with our traditions and story. It develops both left and right brain area, languages, emotion, and memory on and oxytocin, love's hormone. It means sharing, community, and joy. The mindfulness instruments knowledge of ourselves in every subject as nature to reach own creativity sense, waiting without an excessive longing for soon everything. No, in mindfulness, no soon. The intention is to note where fastly we are in this moment. Adults must take care of time to rework our sickness experience before helping children to do the same thing. Number 6, it's another very important point about self-biography telling. The most painful aspect can be linked to our history. If we share them, they help to have social well-being inside strong relationships too. Through mindfulness, children learn to pay attention to her here and now. They can stimulate their concentration. They learn move quiet with less stress, reaching best knowing about themselves. They can understand and live better their emotions, becoming more emphatic and comprehensive toward others. They can also learn to solve fights. So with yoga as mindfulness, yoga promotes concentration, quiet, and awareness on children. It helps children and adults to keep in touch with themselves and nature. Practicing regularly, children can reach balance and better grow. Yoga is a life philosophy. It was born in India more than 2,000 years ago by the Indian philosopher Patanjali. It once helped people to find balance among body, mind, and spirit. It is a branch for mental and physical well-being. It is also a wall of practices and stories with the goal to be happy and live better with better consciousness, soul's strengths, emotional and physical well-being. Regular practicing supports quiet, relaxed, and strong emotions. It helps rightly breathe, to cooperate with others and have a better relationships. It gets better concentration, attention, body softness, strong coordination, balance, and awareness. For children, it is not an imitation of that for adults. It is a game and healthy movement. It is important focus on movement, playing activities and relationships skills. The benefits of mindfulness and yoga are healthy balance among relaxed amusement, getting better attention and concentration too, support psychophysical development, learning competence, stop stress and self-regulation, listening support, creativity stimulation, get enriched trust, get better relationship each other, relaxing support, self-control support too, and quiet support, have emotions, listening, discipline, and mutual respect, body knowledge too. Mindfulness and yoga are strictly linked, as I said. Both to mean awareness, mind presence, healthy balance among relax, breathe consciousness to do it. Everybody have got awareness in us, but we have to feed, to flower it. Be awareness, being alive and present with people around us too. So mindfulness and yoga could be done as a daily routine to be useful. The goal is to bring harmony between body and mind. So when I talked about my yoga, I think about my colleague Francesca, because she's an expert of yoga and physical activity. Now I would like to talk about circle time. I think the most important activity of mindfulness, studied by my colleague Valentina. So mindfulness, it was born on 70s by Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers as an educative approach to develop communicative and educative skills on children from 2 to 11. School is a place of growth where we can reach life skill. It is useful for everybody because it promotes inclusion. How can do it? Everybody, pupils and teachers, stay in a circle with chairs and talk about a tasking given by students or choose all together. Circle shape allows to pay attention and in the same time to pull down psychological barriers between teachers and pupils. So the first step is let's move desk on the edge to create a shared circle and invite them to sit down. But this part is only for primary school because in the kindergarten there has just been an available corner for circle time. The word turn is the most important rule. Teacher's choice an object as a witness with the function to give word. Who has got it? It is passed to another child when it first finishes talking. Generally, is a pen as a magic wand. Circle time is not an educative method as I just talked. It is useful to sharing information and emotion. We have to be open to learn one from another in a mutual listening climax. So, teacher is the mediator. He actively takes part to the purpose with a little rhyme, and the task choice through a public vote, putting hand up or private asking to anyone. We can have a circle time also in English. How are you today? According to the English project for last year preschool children. Kind of task, sharing activities, hobbies, favorite place or games, and favorite subject for children and lessons. How are you today? Why? Favorite food and how do you feeling when you eat? Teacher establishes the round. Time, more or less 20 or 30 minutes about. He shares with students. He makes questions and drives the debate. He pays attention to anyone's task. He always has to check the situation without give different solution. In case of clash, he has to find a useful solution for everybody. During the final part, teacher sums up the different points of view and gives feedback. He underlines the positive aspect. So, the benefit of circle time are a lot. For example, the main target, get easy communication and to know better among children, promote a positive class atmosphere, learn meaning emotions, stimulate sense of responsibility, get better communicative skills and inclusion. So it can prevent difficult situations through problem pausing and problem solving, developing and of concentration and acceptation, thanks no judge on itself and others. So, life skills are all the necessary competencies of anybody to answer today life challenges asks. They build solid relationships that last in the time. Open mind, critical and creative thoughts, make decisions, taking initiatives, problem solving, self-awareness and self-control to be sure on itself. Reliability, adaptability and resilience. To be cooperative, be able to communicate in an effective way for good relationship and well-being. From 6 to 16, about is the most favorite period to grow up and learn these skills, and it is important starting when they are a baby, they are a children. Children wait from time meeting for circle time, and the strong point, there are also some strong points that children wait from time meeting, everybody spontaneously talk. It is an inclusive method. For example, a girl who doesn't speak Italian tries to practice in it. Children listen to each other and try to do not overpass. Attention to here and now. So there are also some weak points that we can overpass. Our task of intervention during first times, languages difficulties for some children. It could be difficult to understand about what others said. It could be difficult sitting down on the chair all the time for younger children. Attention short time for somebody at the beginning. But we can try to avoid weak point, just doing circle time as a weekly routine. Use easy language or use pictures, short time at first and gradually increase. Thank you for your attention.